Lucas and Bev actually were the ones that tipped us off to the first Ballgasm video. So thank you very much,
Oh,
Discord.
nice.
How did someone find out about that? Did they find out about that because of just being really online? It was like making the rounds, or were they like every day Googling Balldo in use?
The succulents have been searching. We've tasked them with searching on the hour, every hour. Search for Balldo in. Wait, was it Balldo in use? That's what we've been.
They're setting up, Google alerts. They're getting daily emails at noon about Balldo.
Setting your Pornhub alerts. Setting your Pornhub alerts. I love that.
I have to say, I know Bev pretty well, and that sounds like something that they would do. Is that they would have the weirdest porn. Not only, I guess it's already weird to have Pornhub alerts, but they would have the weirder Pornhub alerts.
Well, let's go ahead and point out, though. Shout out to Bev. Thank you so much for this, because this is a screen capture of an actual email. It says Balldo is the sender and receiver is to me. So I'm imagining this means Bev is on the Balldo mailing list.
Oh my god, I'm looking at it, and yeah, that does mean that Bev subscribed to the Balldo emails.
Way to go, Bev.
They texted yes for Balldo facts.
I love that it said it's the first hetero Ballgasm video, as in there's been many other queer LGBTQ Ballgasms.
Yeah, they're finally we can celebrate this.
Finally, the heteros have a win here.
Yeah,
I haven't researched this, and I'm not going to. But I did watch the video.
Is there a link to this video?
No, but if you I can give you the link.
Yeah, because it's funny because they sent out the email with the announcement, first Ballgasm video. And then they tell you how to search for it on.
Yeah, they don't even link it.
Well, maybe because it would get caught as in spam folders or something.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's got to be something about including literal porn links too.
Yeah.
If you're selling a product that isn't a porn site, I don't think you can probably.
Well, hold on. I'm being told I won't last 26 seconds playing this game. Hold on.
we're gonna pause.
So specific.
Yeah, why 26 seconds? Like, didn't it always used to be like you won't last 30 seconds or something?
That's how they get, because they want to see. They're like, oh, 26 seconds, I can do that. 30 seconds, I don't know about that, but I could definitely do 26.
So I reached out in the Discord to find some subjects for tonight's show. And this was really the only suggestion, thanks to Lucas and Bev. And so I pretty much immediately watched the video, and I regretted it. I don't like. I feel sex repulsed ever since watching it. Like, I don't want to do anything to myself or with anyone else after watching. I can't really explain that, but it's weird. It's like the guy busts a nut from his balls being in this thing, and it's like a ghost. I don't understand how that happens. Like,
is he adding extra resistance bands? What is he?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's got.
They say that in the marketing email too. They say it's part of it is the resistance bands that you can add to lengthen your balls.
Apparently.
See, I didn't read I'm a visual learner.
Well, now you've learned. His balls are very malleable. Are everybody's balls? Yeah. Can you stretch them like that?
Mine are like Play-Doh. Basically,
if you press one in, it just leaves an indent. Like you've got advanced scurvy.
It's very awkward too. Like when the fucking starts, it just doesn't seem. It seems like she's constantly trying to
It doesn't work for a while.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
she gets it in there though.
I need to point out the thing that bothers me the most is that, okay, whatever, if you want to wear, a shirt while you fuck, that's good and fine. But apparently this dude does not even acknowledge the fact that his just busts all over his shirt at the end of this, which would just bothered me a lot.
Spoilers!
Up a couple of months.
Why not? Just couple more take your shirt off, bud.
Yeah, you're not even. There's no reason.
I mean, that's part of the. If you like to get your balls jerked off, You probably also like to fuck with your shirt on. I think it's
and come all over the shirt.
They are
as well.
they both have their shirts on too.
Yeah,
they both do. Yes,
there's a crossover here. I think there's crossover appeal. The
shirt comer, ball comer. They're both ballgasm lovers.
Winnie the Pooh in it. That's
so
fine.
Frustrated.
I think oddly, what's bothering me the most about this, and I am still watching it. She's on top now. Is like not the ball thing per se. It's just that his sad dick is just laying there.
Yeah, do something with it, man.
Yeah,
God damn.
I mean,
it's unnatural.
There's some friction, I guess, kinda, but nothing like substantial.
You've got like a free hand. One of you like grab it or jerk it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
flip it.
Like
it's so
flip
sad.
it around. Just sort of like make it talk. Draw a little face on it.
Draw a face on it or something.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, switch out the tiny hats. That would be great.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
And then
when it's all said and done, and then the guy somehow has a ballgasm, which I'm highly skeptical. I think this guy
highly jealous. You mean?
No, I'm not jealous. I'm disturbed by that aspect of it.
So you think he's got like some like nanorobots sounding him or something?
I think this is one of those fellas that could go to the club and bust just from like a lap dance or something.
I know exactly why I'm busting in the club right now.
He's so excited about there's a device on my balls and someone's using it that he just busts.
It's like the novelty of it.
Jesus, he put so many rings on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, it's he really wants maximum ball doing.
Yeah.
So
that's like a whole nother dick now.
Can I also say I don't want to criticize her, but it does feel like there's just like a vague lack of energy and like enthusiasm.
I mean, she's doing her best. She's working with his balls in a vice, basically. She's probably like, I need to chill. Like
that's
I can't
true.
Too crazy here.
At no point. At no point in my life was I ever like, I'm going to shove a guy's balls in my vagina. Like, just give her some credit.
Yeah, that's, I retract my statement.
Thank you
also,
so much.
So I've gotten to the busting, and I've decided this actually had nothing to do with his balls. It was just the friction of her on his dick. That's all that was.
Sure.
Which is kind of impressive, I guess. I don't know.
He's a handy through his jorts guy. Really.
Yeah, because it's not even it's not even at the tip, really. It's
really
it's
impressive, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. You can't just rub the bottom of my shaft. It's not gonna do anything. You can't just
rub the bottom of my shaft and expect me to.
What are you doing down there? Go, you take the whole fucking shaft to the head or something. You just rub the bottom of it over there. Come on.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to test this theory. I don't know. I've never tried before.
Phil, we unlocked something deep inside Phil that he never knew was there. Guys, I tried the bottom of the shaft thing, and oh my god,
this is what the Balldo people want. Like we're the best marketing they've ever.
So I'm looking at the comments on the video, and I think we've gotten right to the heart of the issue here. I have one and I cannot use it. My right testicle fills it completely, and even using just an extension ring without the Balldo makes everything go cold and blue and begins to hurt not long after.
Oh my god.
Damn, buddy, not to brag.
Yeah, he does follow it up with, I need one with about 5 to 10 millimeter larger opening.
He's got a fat sack.
Yeah.
It's a big ball hover, okay?
Nothing
wrong with that.
A real
guy with like
real focus group.
This guy's got like a geometry compass, like, about 5 to 10 millimeters should do it.
If it just displaced 1 cubic inch of water more, I think that would be perfect. And
maybe he could do. I wonder if you could do like one ball in each Balldo and like kind of dual wheel. Baldos.
Wow.
Interesting.
Just an idea to that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you owe Ashley money if he.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be like the Cerberus of.
You cut one Balldo off and 2 grow back.
That's the Hydra.
Poly Balldo situation.
Hydra Balldo.
You gotta have it a polycule to take advantage of that, though. Like, what do you do? I guess you do a DP double penetration Balldo situation. Oh.
I'm like imagining the Balldo like marketing guy, and it's just like one guy. And he's like, and he like gets this. He like finds like the first Balldo hetero orgasm. Guys, go get in here! Get in here! You're gonna love this. Like has like the 5 people that work for the Balldo Incorporated.
You cannot convince me that those are not the same people. The marketing guy is in this video. He did.
Yeah, this is the marketing team.
That's how he got his coworkers to watch him come.
Yeah. this whole invention has been a long game.
It was a plan the whole time.
Worst shit I've ever heard.
I'd also like to point out my favorite comment here.
Interns, come in here.
That guy kind of looks like my therapist.
Oh, what? No. Oh no! What?
That's a weird one, man. That's a weird comment.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. The guy in the Balldo video looks like your therapist. Do you ever see his face?
No, you don't.
Thank you. Right.
That was
Justine.
I was waiting for
Do we
that.
need to talk?
No, that was a comment on the video. Not
Actually thought it was your actual therapist.
Justine just admits that.
I was like, Justine.
No, my therapist is a rather nice lady.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
Looks like a Balldo.
Whose vagina looks like the woman's in the video.
Ashley, I am glad that you pointed that out, though, because nobody else got there before you did.
Right.
Because I saw that comment and I was like, that guy kind of looks like my therapist. And I was like, that's like a weird comment to make. And then I was like, wait, what part of your therapist? Like,
on BetterHelp, you can choose to just see somebody's like abdominal and crotch region if you want.
he's doing BetterHelp with Jeffrey Tubin.
Of Balldo discourse is probably a great amount to start off the bonus episode 9 of the Succ, which, this week I gotta point out it is the 1 year Succaversary. We've been doing the show.
We did it, you guys.
For a whole goddamn year. What is wrong with us? I don't know. I don't know how we did it, but I'm impressed. Great work, everyone. I miss Kim. I really wish Kim was here just for this occasion, but Kim is not.
Hopefully we can get her back on.
It'd be great to have Kim in the future. But hey, we're all here together. I guess, like the first episode of the Succ came out 52 weeks ago. It was called The Suckening. And people really got into it. And then we've had our ups and downs since then. I thought it might be a fun occasion to just, maybe we could all just revisit some of our favorite moments from the last year of the Succ. Would y'all be up for that? Do you feel like this?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Would anybody like to volunteer a favorite memory? I know Justine says she had like 3 different ones. So maybe we should start with Justine. Maybe we can even circle back.
So definitely one of my favorite, and this was an early moment, was this does involve a little bit of like meta behind the scenes knowledge, but me and Matt coming to an agreement that I wouldn't say that Epstein was hot on the show, and then Matt putting me on the spot the very second that we started recording. This was the episode.
Like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, this was the episode where we discussed our like problematic woods, like who's the most fucked up person
problematic faves or whatever.
And I had told Matt, like, oh man, I had like just made a joke about this on Twitter that like Epstein is my problematic wood, but like we cannot say that on the show. And he was like, no, I agree, absolutely, we can't say that. And I was like,
never do that.
I was like, yeah, good, we can't do that, cool. And then the second that we start airing and we hit the topic, Matt's like, yeah, Justine, who's yours? Who was the one that you were gonna say?
Matt, you knew what you were doing.
Yeah,
I know. I'm sorry.
I was bamboozled. I was hoodwinked. And it made for great pod. So
I figured if I put her on the spot like that and had her shake it a little bit, then we get a better product, right? And I was correct.
I now understand
everything okay.
I now understand why politicians get so angry about gotcha journalism. But it did end up being one of my favorite moments, so there is that one.
That was a very good
Jeffrey Epstein. Incredible.
I don't want to relitigate this or anything, but I do still stand by removed from context could be a silver fox face-wise.
Sure, just not dick-wise.
No, yeah.
Egg-wise,
yeah. Gotta get it. It's if he were still around, we'd have to make him an egg dough. Yeah. I guess you could just probably put the Balldo on it.
Egg dough.
If it were a couple millimeters bigger.
Willow creating new lore every episode.
Yeah, if an Epstein wore a Balldo, would it look like this or this?
How would Jeffrey Epstein put a Balldo on? I love it. Oh wow. I don't know. I think one of my favorite moments was one of our earliest live episodes. I think we did like a Thanksgiving episode. But before that, we did a Halloween. Was that their first live episode? Was the Halloween episode?
I believe so.
Yes, it was.
And shout out to Kim because she came in like swinging, like with the hot dog costume.
Oh, yeah.
We had already talked about the hot dog guy for a couple of weeks at that point. And she shows up in the hot dog costume. I think did she put it on? I think she was putting it on.
It was a child's hot dog costume.
Yes, it was.
And
did
the
not
smart
quite.
And boy, could you tell.
But then she goes on to like have actual hot dogs, like, there that she was dipping in mayonnaise live on the stream, like just dipping straight up hot dogs in the mayonnaise. And then for me, the thing that like totally I had no control over any, professional capacities to do a show was when we came back from a commercial break of a very few ever commercial breaks we ever had. She had chopped up the fucking hot dog with a credit card and she was literally snorting. She was, I don't think it worked, but she trying to snort hot dogs at the end. She was mainlining the hot dogs.
More hot dog than woman at this point, and God bless
when you get
her.
when you get to that point in hot dog addiction, it's really
serious.
It's terrible to see your friend go through that, but
super serious.
You can't help unless they want to help themselves. So
yeah,
we have to let her hit rock bottom is the thing.
Wow.
If we are mentioning like costumes reminded me another really big favorite of mine, Santa.
Santa was a good one.
Yes.
Oh, Santa
Incredible
was
one.
so good. I generally don't talk about the podcast to people I know in real life a ton. Just I have to have some dignity. Yeah.
I think I can count on one finger the amount of people I talk to about the show in real life. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that episode with Santa, I sent to a ton of people and was like, "You got to watch this fucking guy be Santa on my show. This fucking rocks."
Yeah, he was hilarious, dude.
That was so good.
Shout out to Eric.
Really good.
Is it Woodworth? Oh, I feel bad now that I'm getting his name.
That's why I just
Shout
kept
out to
saying
Eric.
Santa.
But Eric's a hilarious comedian. And shout out to Kim again for bringing Eric on. That was a great episode.
Yeah, I was not there for that one, but it was a great fucking listen. I laughed the whole time.
All right, Willow, do you have any favorite memories of the last year of the Succ?
Do you guys remember when we watched that Balldo video? That was so fucking classic. Classic moment in Succ history.
That was classic.
I think that the thing that sticks with me the most and keeps floating to mind, I'm glad that I've gotten a few turns to think about it, because it's just proven how powerful this moment was Phil saying that you were gonna find the Loch Ness Monster's clit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's lore in my mind. Like I have a visual of it, of you like just climbing and like on this expedition, and you got ropes and whatnot, and I love that. It's a
and then Phil just
memory
goes
for me.
spelunking. I love that. It's beautiful.
This is a cishet white guy just like walking right across the clit. Like, where is it?
It's firing a harpoon randomly into it.
My oxygen tank is extremely low.
It's like 2 meters in diameter, and you still can't find it. Halogen lamp and everything.
That was great. Yeah, that was great moments from the early Succ. And it reminds me of, there was a video I wanted to send to all of y'all, which was it was like from a drag show, and somebody had a full Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
See, okay, yeah. It just reminded me of our
that
early
was horrendous.
Fucking days.
Her little nipples were popping out of the bikini top.
Yeah, that was really, I loved that.
I'm glad everyone has seen that individually. All right, Ashley, you're up.
Santa also. Also, anytime we've talked about fucking monsters, that's always a great time. Cat dicking was a fun one because just remembering.
Oh yeah.
That men will sometimes send a different dick to your inbox and then have you come over and just expect everything to be fine. So that's
it's already too late, so you're fine.
And then my favorite story still, I think, was probably Will Smith barfing after sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we contributed to the ultimate meltdown moment by. He definitely heard that, and then a few weeks later, I think, was like, I'm gonna slap this motherfucker.
I also have to say, just the entirety of the episode where we talked about both Cat Dog and Helen Keller.
Yes.
That was just one of the most fun, that's the most fun I've had recording, I think.
I would have never seen Cat Dog porn otherwise.
Yeah. that was a great time, and I'm glad that I could do that.
I really loved Justine's commitment to the Helen Keller's a fraud.
You can buy the t-shirts at cubelessgarage.com. Search Helen Keller in the search box.
Exactly.
There you go.
But I think what actually made that so funny to me was that I was, I think, drunk at the time, and I kept saying Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it felt right, so.
Yeah, nobody could explain why it felt right to be able to confuse those two.
But that's the thing. I was gonna say, I'll confuse them sometimes too. I'm just told that there was a rap. What was the rap lyric I was listening to the other day, and it was just like, over your heads like Anne Frank, and I was just like, that's bullshit. She never learned how to fly a plane. Which
is also true.
Yeah.
Wait. They're both true.
Will say, I
Are we
don't
adding
think that
Amelia Earhart into this now?
No. The reason that what's the other one's name?
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller.
Jesus Christ.
Helen Keller.
This is just misogyny. This is internalized misogyny, all of you. That's all this is.
All women are the
I'm an
same.
ally. I can tell them all apart. I know who Amelia Earhart is. I know who Anne Frank is.
Thank you, Matt.
Helen Keller is a real person.
Helen Keller supposedly learned how to fly a plane, and that was Justine's main evidence as to why it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's fair.
You haven't heard of 9/11?
Wait, are you saying Helen Keller did 9/11?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying curious and weird.
Just asking if you've ever heard of it.
Just on the list of things that make you think.
Jot that right on there.
Check back on the Kielbasa Garage store in about a week for Helen Keller did 9/11 shirts. Matt will get 0% of the proceeds, but
you got the 2 L's right in the middle of the last name.
I was gonna say
that's true. That's
Just
true.
Coincidence?
That's fucking perfect.
Just thinking you float a special discount code just for the Succ bonus.
Actually, you guys should still be able to use the old discount code because I'm lazy. I'm bad at running a business. I will let all my discount codes get indexed by retailmenot.com. You can still use discount code the Succ. It is not case sensitive, but it is all one word. and it is somewhere between 15 to 20% off. Get back to me if you try it out and let me know how much that discount is.
Suck listeners, you've been missing out. There's been a discount code all this time you could have been using. Well, what are you doing? You're sleeping on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt, it's your turn. We need to hear your sucking.
All right. So I did really enjoy last minute putting a bunch of Joker makeup on for the for the Halloween episode. That was just because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got all this face paint. I'll just be the fucking Joker. And I did. My face was so itchy under it, but I couldn't scratch it. And it got all over everything. Got on my shirt like that Balldo guy's cum. But I really love when we all hate something equally and we just go in on that thing. And one thing that comes to mind is, do you guys remember that, like, there was like an image, it was like a meme kind of, but it was like the things that can cause trauma if you didn't know. It was like looking at me weird and misunderstanding me when I talk and like feeling bad in general and
mind reading or whatever.
The uncommon traumas infographic.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. I remember just everybody just reading it and finding like a couple things that just made your skin absolutely crawl. Like that is not trauma. Trauma has to mean something.
That was a very good one.
We really came together as a hater ass group for that. That was
absolutely
loved the feeding frenzy of hate on some of these. You know, that one came to mind. I'm trying to remember if there was. I know there were other ones too, but that one I remember being pretty vicious.
Yeah,
well,
I'd love to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just say the Joker makeup was legendary, and you can if you join our Discord, we have a Matt Joker emoji. But
somebody
Willow, go ahead. That's all I had to say.
You can absolutely use it. I was just about to say, we could all do a similar treatment on that list that's going around right now of the problematic authors, but I think it would get a little complicated just because there really are some real problematic authors on there. But this is a side note. I'm sorry. But I realized George R.R. Martin, one of the reasons he's problematic or canceled or whatever, according to this, book Twitter person that put together this list, is he repeatedly mispronounced names at the Hugo Awards.
Oh, well, that rocks that he did.
I was going to say, that's kind of like king behavior, honestly.
But yeah, it's that's going around right now. But I really think we also need to remember that anytime we get AI involved is pretty fruitful.
Mm-hmm.
I have had so much fun for like literal hours just reading off titles that a computer made up for us.
The laziest episodes we've ever done, and they were great.
Absolutely fucking spectacular.
Zero effort. I think we've blown our Balldo load on AI for at least a year.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we really went ham on that.
Because, I mean, as a Balldo load, you don't do anything, but somehow you're still busting a load. I don't know.
Sure.
It makes sense.
Pretty good metaphor, right?
It's all friction.
Well, hey, everyone. Cheers. I don't know if you have a drink or not, but hey, 1 year of the Succ. What are we doing? This is amazing. Crazy.
Oh, that was loud.
I just did a little Mucinex shot with a Tampico chaser. So
beautiful.
Wow. That's another level.
It made me do one of those full body involuntary shivers that has nothing to do with the temperature.
Do you have like liquid Mucinex in? Is that? I've always taken a pill.
So I had the box of Mucinex pills, and apparently when you have COVID for just like almost 2 months, you just go through them very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So I found in my nightstand, I don't actually know if this has any like efficacy left, but a very like old bottle of liquid Mucinex that like when I opened it, it had that like crust that you had to kind of break through around.
Yeah.
That like sorbitol.
That's just
just like
corn
flaking
syrup.
off.
It's fine.
It'll probably kill the COVID.
Yeah,
you would hope, right?
It'll do something. It'll there'll be results. We just don't know what direction it's gonna go.
Well, I mean, we kind of almost wrapped up that bit with the final mention of Balldo, and it just made me think of this other article in the show notes about monkeys in Bali are jerking off with rocks. Is this for real? I mean, I don't know.
It's for fucking real. You can go watch them jerk
for real.
off.
Yeah.
I gotta watch another video.
Yes, you do.
You said that with so much power, Matt. You can watch them jerk off.
The monkeys don't come. That's part of it. They never come in there. So don't worry about that. You're not watching anything that perverted.
So this is gonna be better than the Balldo video.
We're actually watching several different monkeys just slam rocks on their dick.
Oh, it's male
over
and female.
Yeah, and Richard or David Attenborough. Which one does the anyway?
David Attenborough.
Thank you, David Attenborough's.
This is fascinating.
They're more.
It is fascinating, Phil.
I didn't expect this. I mean, I kind of like it. It's kind of like Zen-like. I mean, I don't know. I've never jostled my balls or genitals with rocks.
They just rub it and slam it. And
it's not really like slamming. It's more so like
it's a little. It's jostling.
Yeah, it's more like it's like a bingo ball motion. You know, like they're like
a bingo ball. Actually.
It's very clumsy.
It's very clumsy.
I hate to speak ill of the monkeys, but
okay, this one's licking it. Okay, I like this guy. He knows.
Can I point out really quick that this specific type of monkey is called a macaque?
Macaque.
A macaque.
MACAQUE macaque.
So
I'm not making that up.
It's a macaque.
It's a macaque.
I thought it was pronounced macaw. That's a bird, right?
That is a bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this like the first documented occurrence of like, the natural world using like sex tools, I guess you would call it?
I don't know. I mean, dogs fuck a lot of things.
Oh yeah, they love to fuck pillows.
They don't jostle their balls.
Wait. I'm seeing the video now. This is a proto vibrator. He's using the rocks to jumble together and make a Yeah. I get it. I get it now.
Yeah,
yeah,
not really very magic wand.
Yeah,
I'm not as sex repulsed as I was by the tungsten Balldo video. By this,
yeah,
but yeah, they are definitely. This is inappropriate for the other monkeys. I'm sorry.
So they it's interesting. The female monkeys have a preference for grooved and rough textured stones.
Well,
for some reason. So.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
For her pleasure, literally.
All tracks.
I love how scientific this video is.
Yeah.
Like, I had to turn off the audio, but there was
examples of roll-on groin in one subadult male.
I really love I just want to read this quote from one of the scientists here. It's hard to give a very solid explanation, but it really seems like they do it because it feels good. There is some sort of tactile stimulation from the contact of these stones with their genitals, and it feels good. And there's no reason to stop.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Yeah, that seems to be my. I'm not a monkey scientist, but yeah, I would say that's probably true. That's why they're jerking off with stones. Yeah.
I'm just imagining an alien culture discovering Earth and saying the same things about. It's hard to give a very solid explanation, but it seems that they do it because it feels good. There's some sort of tactile stimulation from the contact of the feet. With genitals, and it feels good, and there's no reason to stop.
The only evidence of sex they ever find is Hunter Biden's.
Oh my god, dude! Just him smoking crack.
I just recently had to dig out that video again because some friends of mine hadn't seen it, and I couldn't abide that, obviously.
Of course.
And I forgot how just wretched the vibes in that room are.
Oh my god, horrendous.
It's just this dark, if you watch that video and the air in there is just wet. just heavy, wet air. And
I know it smelled dark in there.
it do smell dark in
every
there.
video of him in his life, it just always seems like that. It's like, God, this is like there's an evil menace going on. Whatever's going on here is not.
Yeah,
it's not for me.
He's being stalked by like a supernatural just force that makes every room he's in like the grossest fucking
just
college girl's bedroom. Yeah. Like, do you know that picture of him where he has like the two women like sitting on it, like straddling him and it's like a mirror selfie from them or whatever? That room is like, I when I was in college, that was every girl's room, but like that picture just, it felt damp in there. I don't know. Like,
yeah, but somehow like you're like chapped if you're there.
Yeah,
too dry. But it's somehow the area is too wet though. But you are too dry.
Yeah, it's like the female hot couch phenomenon. I think that Hunter Biden is experiencing here, where it really is like he's just in this series of the same room over and over, and it's getting wetter and wetter in each room, and he's getting drier and drier as he progresses. This like Dante's circle of like sorority girl bedroom hell, and it's just I want to just follow him around for like
there's like an ever enlarging tapestry, like tie-dye tapestry that's like helping him.
Yeah.
Gonna get him eventually, but not today. Yeah, mandala.
Man, third season of Russian Doll sucks.
I just want to Jane Goodall follow him around, just study and observe.
Yeah, watch him throw rocks against his dick for a while.
That would be like the least of the fuck up shit he's been doing.
Right. Oh, good, he's learning.
If only Epstein could have just got into rocks, that would have been the whole world would have been so much better off.
Geology nerd.
We could have gotten him really small rocks.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Gonna leave that alone.
Well, the rocks all rocks are like 9 million years old. It's fine.
Yeah, a bit long in the tooth for him, I think.
Speaking of long in the tooth, apparently we got a story here on the show notes about a snake biting a 2-year-old girl who bites it back.
I love that.
I thought this was such a cool story. It was just like a girl in Turkey, a 2-year-old, and she was like outside playing in their backyard, in like the family's backyard. And the neighbor was like outside and heard the little kid screaming, like rushed back there, and behind the fence, they found her with a snake in her hand with bites all over her lips. And apparently it had bit her when she was like, she didn't know any better and was like trying to play with it, and it bit her in the face. And then her instinct was to repeatedly bite it on the head and neck until it died.
Bro. Damn. Yeah. That's fucking sick, dude.
And she was fine. She's fine.
Yeah. This would be a villain origin story, but
I know, right?
It's
that just breaks my heart to think about it. Like, as a parent of a 2-year-old girl, Goldie fell down on concrete earlier tonight, and I was like, "Let me give you a hug." I can't imagine what would happen if the snake was biting her lip, but I could also see her biting the fuck out of a snake until it died. That's badass.
Taking a tiny sledgehammer to the concrete that wounded her.
That is one of my favorite things about toddlers, is that they don't really seem to have the same innate fears that adults have yet. So unless you tell them to be afraid of something, they will absolutely just like bite snakes.
Yeah, they do. My Tyler doesn't know what gravity is. Just jumps off of shit, and just like, I'm not going to die. I'm like, yes, you're going to stop. Like,
it's crazy because like they won't be afraid of things that they absolutely should be afraid of, and then they'll be like incredibly afraid of the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
and like dog. That cannot come out,
or like spaghetti that's too wet or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
In defense of toddlers, most spaghetti is a little too wet.
It should be drier, like Hunter Biden.
Right. It should be wet and dry.
At the same
spaghetti.
time,
Yeah.
Not unlike Hunter Biden.
Disgusting. I'm disgusted. Well, speaking of toddlers and babies, I guess Mark Zuckerberg posted a strange picture I've seen all week, if not all month, of I don't even know what Horizon Worlds is, but he says we're launching Horizon Worlds in France and Spain. And the reason I said speaking of toddlers and babies is because his meta whatever avatar looks like a strange baby man. I don't understand.
It really does.
What the fuck
weird.
I'm looking at.
Yeah,
it's like the first Toy Story movie. It's fucking awful.
Yeah,
It's crazy that it looks more human than he does, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it really does. It really does have like a capacity for emotions and something completely unparalleled by
it has
him
more like
man.
blood in the face than
Mm-hmm.
the actual Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's got rosy cheeks,
pink lips, lips. Period. I guess because does he have lips? I don't know. I don't think so.
He has. I think he has at least one lip.
He has one lip divided in two.
Yeah, that's.
What I don't understand is that this is like one of the biggest companies in the world, right? Like, media wise, right? And they have like presumably a great world class marketing team, and they were like, yeah, this picture, this is it, Mark. You got to post this to your profile.
It's the dumbest shit.
It just looks so unappealing. Like who looks at this?
Is this the best one? Is this really the best one? I think.
Oh my god!
It
Yeah.
is,
Oh,
right?
it's absolutely the best one.
Why
There's
is
no
the
one better
Eiffel
than this. This is
Tower
incredible.
right in front of what? I don't know what this is. Is this supposed to represent Spain? Is it
Well,
a church
it
or
looks-
something? Like
It looks like
fucking
somebody. It looks like somebody who the only representation of the real world they ever saw was Second Life, and then they tried to recreate that.
From
like, so
memory.
this is like, yeah, this is exactly.
This is what's so crazy to me is that like Second Life actually looked better than this.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
looks so stupid. This actually looks worse than Mii's for on the Wii from
Right.
like 2000 and whatever the fuck.
which is exactly the tweet that I can't stop looking at.
The World Baby.
Yeah, Chris at CD _hooks on Twitter said this looks like a 2002 Nintendo GameCube release called like World Baby, and then somebody
put
made
it
the
on
Wii
there.
the Wii port of World Baby for $12.98.
World Baby.
And it looks like if you showed me this, I'd be like, oh, that's so weird. I want to play that game because it looks terrible.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a while since I played like irritating stick for the original PlayStation. Like this is
World Baby. I want to play that game. I hope someone makes that.
I really want to play World Baby. I do not, or I do not want to play whatever the fuck this meta thing is.
What do you think it is? What do you think Horizons Worlds is? Is it you think it's just like a stupid like augmented reality or VR
It's like a
thing?
Minecraft thing. Like
Okay.
I accidentally played it one day and it was actually better than whatever this fucking picture is. Like I don't know. But like
It's a
it was
game?
advertised to me. I don't know. It's Second Life. It's not a game. It's like I said, Minecraft basically. But it's
Right.
like I'm sure maybe there's gamified aspects to it, but it's not a game per se that I partook in. There was no game aspects of it. It was just like you create a character, you go into a world, and you can build shit.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, he said looking forward to seeing people explore and build immersive worlds and to bringing this to more countries soon.
I want to explore his body.
what?
In this world.
Matt, he's a
IRL.
baby. He's a world
Oh,
baby.
He's a
Oh
world
god, I'm
baby.
sorry. I thought that was like a
Explore the
metaphor.
world,
I didn't know.
baby.
Yeah, meta foreskin. Sorry.
Post Malone is playing on the Metaverse Horizon block party.
Really?
I'm just looking at their website
boy.
here,
Okay.
and
Okay.
Is it
yeah.
free? Is he
let's
a
take a
character?
look. It is free. And yeah, you can check it out on the Oculus app. So
he has his own little avatar with face tattoos and shit. That's
it doesn't show. It doesn't show that he does, but I hope he does.
Okay.
He's an ugly motherfucker, dude. Sorry.
Hey, yep. Here we go. Yep. There is a like terrible.
They have
I don't know.
world.
This might not be related to the metaverse thing, but there's Pikachu behind him now. I don't know what I'm looking at. It says artists who performed in the metaverse. It's Post Malone with Pikachu behind him. I'm thinking this is something totally different, but it's equally hilarious.
Lil Durk.
Seems like a Fortnite thing or something. But yeah, just Google Post Malone Metaverse concert and look at the images, and you'll see.
Have you guys been seeing the? And this is in the same wheelhouse as this. Have you guys been seeing the like all the shit on Twitter where people are just showing like short videos of Fortnite, and they're just showing like all because the game's been out for a while now, and they've released IP for like every franchise you could imagine.
Yeah,
but there's just like Dragon Ball Z fighting Spider-Man. With lightsabers, and you're like,
that's the new thing this week that I've been hearing about. In fact, somebody suggested that we should talk about that they just added Dragon Ball Z to Fortnite, which I guess is.
I have to say, it makes me want to play the game.
Who are you going to be? Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo?
I'm a Piccolo man myself.
Nice,
so
good choice.
Yeah,
I have
was
to be
my guy.
extremely honest. I've never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball Z, and
I
like
grew up
at
on it.
28, I don't.
Literally
see
no reason to see it. It really
fine.
is.
That's
not
the
good.
thing is, I feel the same way. It's like I'm almost in my late 30s, and I can't imagine starting it at this point. Right?
No,
Yeah.
you
literally
absolutely
don't. It's
no.
not. It's just not good.
We
It's good if you're in middle school,
Yeah, I used to
You're a
literally
child.
watch it when I got home from middle school. Me and my brother would watch it. And every time I would watch an episode, I get so super pissed that you could basically just take the front part of the show where they recap the last episode, and then the bottom half of the show where they previewed the next episode. If you just showed those two things as the episode, it would have been more eventful than the whole goddamn episode. Because it's like, this is what Dragon Ball Z is. If you ever want to know what watching Dragon Ball Z is, it's two people fighting, and one of them goes, "I'm gonna fucking charge up my," and the other one goes, "I'm gonna fucking charge up my shit," and they just fucking charge up their full fucking powers for like 30 minutes, and at the end of the episode, they're like, "Tune in next week where Goku will fucking fight Vegeta," and they go Super Saiyan, and it's like literally they just spend a whole.
Whatever the whole time, and there's always somebody flying to the fight that they cut to where they're going like, oh, no, in their mind you're like reading, they're doing the anime thing where you read their mind, and they
gotta get there.
I don't know who's gonna charge up harder. I don't know. I hope it's Goku. Goku might charge up harder. What if I don't get there in time?
Spent a whole episode just literally just staring at each other, going like,
Are they like insulting each other or like
not usually?
Is there okay?
Sometimes, yeah,
because like JoJo, shit, I think like JoJo works because they'll whatever be in the process of attacking each other for like 20 minutes, but they'll also be having this like back and forth or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part about Dragon Ball Z was like the first anime that was ever like mainstream in America. I mean, that's probably not entirely true, but maybe as like a syndicated television, it was.
Probably, yeah, that and
not
Pokemon
as like a movie or something.
And Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
I remember Speed Racer. I did watch Speed Racer.
Oh yeah, Speed Racer was great.
So you are
Speed
destroying
Racer,
my entire
Thundercats.
statement.
Yeah, there was sort of a history of.
But my only point is that the translations were pretty abysmal, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, Dragon Ball Z was the first one that was like cool. I mean, at the time, where it was like everybody watched it. Like it was kind of like a universal thing. It wasn't just nerds that watched it, even though nerds liked it too much, as nerds do. But I remember just it being fairly popular with like a large spectrum of young boys that I was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was the only white guy that liked Piccolo, though. I do remember that.
Piccolo's rad, dude. I thought Piccolo was
the only
cool.
one.
Piccolo unofficially has the N-word pass for some reason.
Oh no, Piccolo's black. Piccolo's definitely black.
I mean, he's green,
No,
But,
he's black.
you know,
Definitely.
apparently, I don't know why. I have no evidence to back it up, but everyone knows that to be true. It
Just
just
feels
In
right.
his soul, yeah. It's not always just a skin color thing, yeah. It's like a cultural thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had the conversation. I've had the conversation
It's
with people
vibes.
before.
It's a vibes thing.
Right.
No,
well,
and
I mean,
I'm not even doubting you because I've heard this from people before that they
Right.
do agree and wholeheartedly believe.
Also, Goofy movie, black movie.
yes,
100%.
yes,
Absolutely. But
yeah.
nobody's black in it, but it's a black movie.
But they are though.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Roxanne,
Just like that.
Roxanne
yeah.
was
Okay.
black.
100%. All right. Justine agrees with me. She gets it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. And
Leave it
better
to
for
leave
it,
it to Disney to make a black movie without having any black people in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's when they finally did, they were like, they said, you know, we're going to do Princess and the Frog, and it's going to be like but then, you know, of course, you know, people are frogs for most of the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not making a point, actually. Never mind.
Also,
No,
Skeeter.
you're. I get what you're saying.
Skeeter's black.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah,
He is
Skeeter's
the
black,
only blue life that matters.
I just googled the cast, the voice actors of a Goofy movie, and there's all white people and one black man. Tevin Campbell played Powerline.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
sure,
just
yeah.
about to say my biggest reason for believing a Goofy movie is a black movie is that it's because of Powerline. Like he
Makes
just
sense.
was, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I also gotta say, like, I knew Pauly Shore was in this movie, but this is the worst fucking photo I've ever seen of Pauly Shore ever. For some reason, he looks awful. Why does his picture? Who let this photo be his IMDb or whatever? He looks so bad. I'm sorry, Pauly Shore. Even you don't deserve that, and you deserve a lot of.
He doesn't
Black.
deserve any bad, does he? He's fine.
I mean, I don't know. He's Pauly Shore in 2022. I mean, he gets a little shit for.
Well, let's
being...
see what his opinion is on a Goofy movie being.
I mean, I don't hate. I'm not trying to put hate on the guy. I'm just saying it's 2022, and he's Pauly Shore, and you know he can't.
No one that was popular in the early 90s.
He can't ride the wave, you know, like same for the Baldwin that was in Ecodome or whatever it was called.
Boy.
Like you just can't Biodome. You
Oh my
can't
god,
ride,
I forgot about the movie.
you just can't ride that wave. You know, they like Pauly Shore keeps posting. I don't know if you've seen this. He keeps posting shit on Twitter or Facebook every time somebody like comes up with a nice Photoshop of like Biodome 2. He'll post it and be like, "Can we get support for this?" Like he's desperate for the.
Yeah, if you want to like do it without what's his name, Stephen Baldwin.
How do you even do that, man? Like how would that even work? Biodome 2, you know?
Yeah.
There's 1,000 examples
it's about
of how that would
COVID
work.
this time because we're all stuck in our own biodomes
Right.
because
Bill
of
and
the
Ted had
globalists. He goes,
Becomes an InfoWars guy.
yeah.
I
Alex Jones
never
bankrolls
remember-
Biodome 2.
I never remember who Pauly Shore is. Like, people will bring up Pauly Shore, and I'll be like, which guy is that? And then I'll have to go, oh. Literally
Yeah, okay.
every single time. Okay.
I have such deep respect for Pauly Shore. I love his movies. Son-in-Law fucking is such a good movie. In the Army Now is a classic. Like he made good movies. I don't care what he's done since then. I'll never cancel Pauly Shore. I love you, Pauly Shore.
We love you, Pauly Shore.
No, I don't want to cancel him. I'm sorry. I'm
not
I'm
saying
just saying
you
he's fighting
I'm
to
down to
stay
cancel him.
relevant. Is all
I'm a
you're
big
saying.
fan of him when I was, you know, maybe 14 or something. I think was when I was really into his shit. I mean, Encino Man is fucking embedded in my mind forever.
Oh my god,
The
yeah.
movie does go hard.
And Jury
Gotta
Duty,
drain
of
my
course.
whistle.
Jury Duty is, you know, basically the Citizen Kane of.
I just feel bad when I try to say things that Pauly Shore said in his movies to people in real life and hate myself intensely after that.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can
It
do
doesn't
that.
work
Well, now
out.
how do you think he feels?
Exactly.
He has to be Pauly Shore his whole life.
Exactly. It's 2022, y'all. What is Pauly Shore doing? Look at the picture. I hope you see the picture that I saw because it's not a good state. It's not a
Well,
look.
he's
It's not
not
a
like
good look.
looking good, for sure.
I'm not.
Has
No.
Pauly Shore ever looked good?
Was he like a sex
pod? Yeah, he had like he was like a cutie, I think. Like he was like a cutie ne'er-do-well sort of. Oh, I see the picture you're talking about. Okay.
Thank you, Willow. It's
How
not
do I
good.
find this picture?
Unflattering. I'd have just
boy.
Search for Goofy Movie Cast and see what comes up. I hope that it will work for you. Well, before we wrap up, while you do that, I do think there's one thing I want to touch on. It's been such a lighthearted fun.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no!
No, that's a perfect transition. Speaking of oh no, apparently I'm going to just bring this up because we have to get it in at the end of the episode. We touched on it a couple weeks ago. Everett Byram just shit the bed publicly on the internet, and he just recently decided to try to reemerge after 2 weeks away from the internet and posted his public apology via Instagram stories and a Notion document. I think it's so funny to me to talk about this as like it's like a e-news for the shit posting fucking internet. But like, you know, to be fair, I thought about it. That's what I always thought the show would be. Like I thought it would be like The View for terminally online people. So we should talk about this because I think this is way too soon to try to come back on the internet. Reading this apology, I just very much felt like it was like Mom and Dad, can I use the internet again, please?
Yeah.
It didn't sit well with me, and it didn't address any of the issues. I'm not going to read I'm not going to read the apology on the show, but it only talks about the Demi Lovato meme, and it doesn't acknowledge any of the transphobic backlash in the comments, and it doesn't even really ever touch on the like racist DMs that happen.
Right. Well, that's what the fucking insane part to me was that like in the apology was very much like about the Demi Lovato post, which no one gave a single shit about at any point. There was like literally no backlash to that at all.
Yeah, I
he
think
just went off on people randomly.
The closest it got was, you know, I mean, it started out with people saying like, yeah, Demi Lovato sucks, but is this like, do you really have to go after her for you know the pronouns?
Yeah.
And then it started, so it was just like,
I'm right there with you though. I agree. Like it just felt like, oh, okay, 2 weeks have gone by roughly. That's probably good. You know, I did this like really like I don't know, like PR kind of apology that. You know, I kind of blame addiction problems, and then I just go right back to shit posting about poop.
Yeah.
And
the same day that he posted the apology, he was posting like,
I didn't know he was still posting after that.
How does chicks shit the stinkiest turds or something on Instagram? And it's just like, no.
Yeah, that really changes my so I was trying to be. I don't know. I think I default in situations like this. No, I don't. I'm giving myself too much credit, but like I did sort of default to like could have been better executed, but maybe
Willow, you're much kinder than I could ever be. This really is really what it is.
But that's the thing. I mean, I'm not always, but like with a person who, you know, relatively, he has a platform, way bigger a platform than he can handle at this juncture. But, you know, I felt like, well, you know, this is a step in the right direction, you know, just updating people on like, you know, I am actually acknowledging this or whatever. And, you know, sure, there's a little flourish of storytelling at the beginning. This post was the post that I made about Demi Lovato and musical guest, I'm sorry. But like... I did not realize, because I mean, since when all that happened, I was immediately like, fucking, I unfollowed like all of his accounts or whatever, because I didn't want to see whatever came next, you know, whichever way it went. But I had assumed that after he posted the apology, he was quiet.
You were back into hiding.
Nope.
Right.
Just hey guys, I said I'm sorry. If you need to know why I'm sorry, I posted the post, so you can read that if you want.
Anyway, check my stories for some more posts about diarrhea.
I just my biggest thing is like the like I know that I was transphobic and I said non-binary people aren't real, and also I said the N-word in some DMs, but
you didn't even mention the N-word, which is like so annoying to me.
He never did any of that.
But then was just like, but have you considered that like I have addiction and depression issues? And it's like, I also do, and I haven't called anyone the N-word, so there is that to consider. And it's just like, man, even if you do have those issues and you just like, I'm definitely not saying that he doesn't. I'm saying like, if you are a person who has those issues and like you get into a situation where like you've hurt people, because it is easy to do that, your thing shouldn't be to then like just, well, how soon will you stop being mad at me so that I can log on? Like,
thank you.
If you have like legitimate mental health and addiction issues, there's so much like, and I said this to you guys already, like there's so much internal work that needs to be done that doesn't involve like, can I get on your computer now?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, it's not good for you and it's not good for anyone around.
And you fuck up, right? So like I've definitely got the mental illness covered. I think Justine can speak for addiction and also like mental illness, but it's just like there are gonna be points where you fuck up. There are going to be points where you hurt people, right? You do the wrong thing. I also have never been like super transphobic to a huge group of people or said the N-word in response to someone criticizing me, which is interesting. But at that point you go, okay, I fucked up. I'm sorry. How do I fix it? Like, what do I need to do internally to like, what do I need to work on?
And also a big thing that gets talked about in these circles when you are looking to like make amends for things that you've done is that you also have to accept that like literally no one has to accept your apology. Yeah. And that a lot of times like people just don't want to fucking see you again. And like maybe he should extend that to like, maybe we just don't want
the whole internet.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's...
And I think what makes this... I'm so sorry, Willow. I think what makes this, like, even more cynical to me is, like, the jump onto posting so soon after, knowing that, like, this is an income stream for him makes it just ring so much more hollow. Like, it's like,
but it makes it even more, like...
Pay me again.
Yeah. It's for sure. But that's kind of what I was saying on the last episode about it was, like, just how he it's like it makes it even more hollow because clearly he's like, I need to make money, but also makes it like, I don't want to say understandable, that's not the right word, but it makes it more like it's more desperate, I guess, because it's like, shit, I fucked up and I actually fucked up my like way of getting money. Like he has twins.
Right.
I mean, like he's got a new pretty new wife. And he's got like virtually no income.
Why does it matter that she's pretty? I'm sorry. I get what...
I was right there with you, Willow.
I'm so sorry. But he's got...
I'm glad we can talk about it because, okay, maybe I'll take it back. I did kind of want this to be like a gossip rag type situation, but I was going to say I didn't want it to be, but I kind of do, because I mean that's the situation that we live in. We're in human situations. We're in human interactions on the internet, which is extremely unregulated. There's no kind of there's no producer saying to every shit poster on the internet doing this shit like, hey guys, maybe dial it back with the transphobia. I know you're trying to get the clout and everything, but went a little too far tonight, and the DMs with the racism are not it. And like for me, I just wanted a long time ago to try to like get past the parasocial shit, but that's not possible anymore. So I do think it's just maybe good to talk about it because Everett still has 70,000 followers on Twitter. 50,000 followers on Instagram.
That's a
And
couple
I've
more
talked
than
to
I
like
do.
a whole lot of people since all
Yeah.
this stuff started happening, and people like there's a ton of people that have reached out to me, just because I try really hard not to be negative on the online space. I try not to be like vindictive or anything like that.
Yeah.
And what I've learned through speaking to people from the little bit of shit that I posted is that Everett is actually extremely vindictive and vengeful and narcissistic.
Yeah, he can be, certainly.
No, it's not that he can be. It's just like from what I've learned from people that are extremely close to him. I talked to people this week that grew up with him in Arkansas. I speak with people that worked with him in LA, and the guy is like the fucking black hole of like, if the world is not about me, um, you're against me, which is something that I have a super major like problem about.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe this is a bonus episode. Maybe I don't know. I feel like it's our Succaversary. Maybe we don't have to make this a bonus episode, and so I'm saying that because I'm like saying some shit on the public record that maybe if ever hears this, he'll be pissed. But like seriously, this is not in any kind of behavior I would want anyone to. I can't condone it. I can't be okay with it. And it's just got to be. This shit is not. You got to fucking figure your shit out. Like go away from the internet. Like
Sure.
Yeah.
don't do this.
Yeah, and it feels like kind of. I think it feels like a sacred space. People do and say dumb shit on the internet all the time, but there is like sort of. There's a community, like a loose community that we're all existing in, and it sort of feels like when there are bad actors in it, it makes it feel a lot less fun. It makes it feel a lot less stable. So I get where you're coming from.
I think that's super charitable. I'm actually not in agreement with you. I think that that's a super nice way to put it. I think that people like that believe that way about the world. Like, so somebody that knew Everett from back in the day before he was Rad Milk told me today that he thought that this person starting to post memes on the internet was threatening to his fame. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's that's really rough, man. It's not a zero-sum game.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, I
just a bunch
I'm
of
just
people
not okay
throwing
with this,
literal shit, almost literal shit at the wall and saying, if anybody else wants to fucking
take a whiff.
Yeah.
I think my final statement on anything Radmilk/Everett Byram related will be borrowed from the Twitter replies section to his Notes app apology, and that is I was in a bad place mentally with your mom last night.
Hey.
I don't care, man. Fucking get a real job or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, work at a Wendy's for a while.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, that's the thing.
Go to NA or whatever.
Go to NA or whatever.
If it's your job and you fuck up, you lose the job and you can't do it anymore.
It's pretty bad fuck up too.
Yeah, it's like if you're working for an FYE and you're stealing Xboxes and selling them to your friends for cheap,
which is cool.
It is kind of cool, but if you get caught doing it, you probably can't expect to go to the one down the street and work.
I mean, to be fair, this is not that though. This is somebody that got a platform for making diarrhea jokes and then went in the whole worst direction possible. So like,
you're right. It is much worse. I'm so sorry that I made that comparison.
I believe that you should deplatform people that do and say shitty things. If you got popular, I am very popular for making diarrhea jokes. And if I say anything about like, transphobic people don't exist, or I'm sorry, trans people don't exist.
Oh, they certainly exist.
I wish I could make transphobic people not exist. That would be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
But no, if you just like, if I just like am saying the N-word everywhere, like, please, God, get y'all, please deplatform.
I'll beat your ass.
Like, please. That's what I'm trying to say is like, we need to deplatform people that do this shit. That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually cancel people.
You don't.
We're making a pact to literally beat up anybody. You don't need to have a Twitter
account with a significant amount of people. You don't need to be able to come back on Instagram and post poo-poo memes.
Right.
And at any point, you can have a problem, a mental break, and be like, this marginalized group of people in society should not exist, or they're just not. I'm just not okay with it. Just that you can't come back. You can't play it's not your turn to play Xbox. Okay,
right? Twitter faves are not an inalienable human right, dude. I don't like you fucking. Just you got. I don't.
Yeah.
If I never think about
right
this,
now,
dude,
what's on your mind? You're like staring off into space, like.
Who, me?
Baby sleepy.
I'm just making sure I didn't cross a line, but maybe that we cross a line of the length of this episode, and then maybe it's time to wrap it. Maybe that's all it is.
That's fair.
Yeah, we hit the proverbial non-binary people don't exist comment of the
transphobic people don't exist.
Suck stance.
Transphobic people don't exist.
They literally don't exist. They're ghosts. They belong to an earlier time. If you look at them, they're all wearing Victorian garb. Thank you.
That's the only interesting thing about Evrim is the little candle that he's carrying around as he goes through the walls.
The little sleeping cap, which we all thought was kind of cute, but then we realized what was going on.
Yeah, that it was actually like if he pulls it down, it has little eye holes in it.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning into bonus episode 9 of the Succ. It's our Succaversary, so we really appreciate you for sticking with us for a year of suckings.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the bloodletting right now.
Make sure if you're enjoying the podcast, please review us on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Twitter. Join our Facebook group, the Succ Shame Posting, and tell your friends to subscribe to us on Patreon because that's where you get sweet bonus episodes.
Also,
you get the good
buy stuff from kielbasagarage.com with the Succ discount code, which again is a surprise amount of discount. So good luck.
We don't know how much it will be.
It's probably
like the
20.
It's kind of like the Succ in that it's always this kind of a surprise amount of minutes. A surprise amount of times we'll say Balldo.
All right, everyone. Love you. Good night.
Okay, bye.